Hello, everyone. This is an amazing experience here that I'm sharing with you all of this shipwreck that I lovingly have termed this documentary series. It's fascinating. It was super quiet just a few minutes ago as I'm here in the botanical gardens of San Francisco. I didn't even hear any street traffic or bustle, which is, I'm in the Golden Gate Park, so I was a little bit into the woods here. It's a pretty massive woodland area here with all kinds of flora and fauna. But I didn't even hear street traffic until I just hit the record button. And all kinds of street traffic all of a sudden picked up. So if you hear that, just okay, no, never mind. But it's just life in the city. Right? So I've termed this series the Shipwreck series. And I'm taking you along with me, Cara Faye, for those who do not know me, and those who do. Welcome back and welcome aboard this amazing journey. I'm going to be sharing these episodes that are coming up here to explain and express and share the story of behind the canvas, if you will, to the where the journey ended of the assignment, if you will, of the art that needed to be created until the real journey can truly begin, which is the full leap overboard into the cosmic sea. And we can call it self-inflicted or self-induced to a certain degree, because your heart and your soul is always at the helm. Behind the wheel, and something else is driving you into this experience, whether you sometimes want it or like it or not. It's not always a pleasant one. And I say, it's not good or bad, or it's painful or not painful. It is what it is, and we make of it what it is. And energy is energy, and it just takes its form and shape as it chooses in the moment, and as we allow it, and if we have the wherewithal. And awareness to realize that we do dictate the movements. And I know it sounds very, take life into your hands type of thing, but surrendering life is also part of the journey, and that's where the greatest vulnerability and boy, you get your your butt handed to you, right, on a not always a silver platter, but to the bottom. You got to go all the way to the bottom sometimes to find the buried treasure, right? So this journey is an expedition to the most incredible treasure that one can find, and I'm just sharing my exploration and my expedition to that experience, which was the deepest and most profound experience of my life, because that's when the greatest treasure is found and the greatest love of your life is found, and it's you, So I just wanted to come on board here real quick as I share me flying, going overboard, it's just fun because the space that I was in during this experience was my old family's abandoned home here in the city of San Francisco in Inner Sunset, and my production guided art partner he said the house sounded like an old ship, like an old abandoned ship. It just, the way it creaked and the wind came whistling through, and we're here just about 30 blocks from the ocean, and so we got the sea breeze coming in, and we got ravens, and seagulls are hanging out the beach, but the ravens actually hang out the beach. They call it Raven Beach at the ocean beach there, which I'll be featuring an episode coming up here from there. Yeah, I'm here in this forest, and the tree behind me, or right here, was starting to creak, and it was interesting the way it was actually sounded like an old ship. It was like the way the branches were moving. It was a creaking sound, and then there was some tinkling of some bells, like it would be on a ship as well, like the clanging sound, it was just interesting. These little sounds were just pronouncing themselves right before I got on camera, and they're not making those noises right now, but they were. It was just very indicative to this, you could say, the humor that nature has, that it just I call it the tickles and giggles that come from above, because it just reinforces the magic and the wonder and the inclusion of this other realm that seems to exist, that's invisible, that seems to be out there, but unfathomable, but yet guiding us. And it's that energy that I'm referring to here. That's the support system, the support network, and the one that's holding us. When we allow it, but we got to take that leap, into the abyss and overboard and down the woods and through the rivers and stuff, in order to find that, and it is an expedition, and it is like a mystery tour, to find something that you're looking for, and sometimes you're not even looking for it, and it'll just pop up and show it, or force you to find it because it's time. And it seems like my soul was pushing me, and I was the one who kind of took a lot of the initiative on this project, because it was it does crush paradigms, and it's something different and new to focus on your own soul passion and your purpose in life, and take a chance on trusting a guided heart and a soul that's wanting you to try something new. So I was kind of like the catalyzer and the encourager for the artist and myself to take a gamble, and just go out on that open sea without a map, without any course, other than trusting the guidance, positioning system, and golden compass of our own allowance of trusting our heart to lead the way and to guide us. And it took us down quite the topsy-turvy the path, and there was squalls and forces of nature and acts of nature, and lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, and all kinds of surprises and mysteries, and still trying to figure it all out. But the at the bottom of it all was this energy of pure, unadulterated, unfathomable, incomprehensible love. And it's everyone knows about love, or do they? Do you really? There's more to love than you think. There's more to love than you know, when you are faced with nothing and without it. And when you're in a state of and people have been in this state of feeling alone and abandoned and rejected and ostracized and trivialized and reduced and left for dead, and all these horrible experiences that our little human persons go through, that is just it breaks our hearts to see people suffering and going through it ourselves. But that is, when you go to this space, I'm here to share with you, hoping that it will help inspire you to just realize and remember there's something greater at the heart of it, when we allow ourselves to surrender to the moment, and at the deepest, darkest spots of our movements is something that's that is very allowing and there for us. And I just became this this floaty, flighty angel of the moment, just spreading my wings because I had the opportunity to do so, and I took a chance, took a gamble, and it was the greatest journey of my life. And I when I was going through it, when you're going through the turbulence, when your ship goes, topsy-turvy, and you're in the icy cold water, and you seem like there's no way out, and nowhere to land, and are you going to make it on shore or not, kind of thing. And yet, you left to your own devices, and it's just you out there, right, on the open sea. And you have to save your own self, and that's when the true journey begins. When you've You want, others to be there for you and to support you and guide you and help, pull you out. And sometimes there is no one. So you just accept the reality of your situation and make the best of it. And, where I went to this journey, that's kind of essentially what I went through. I put myself in, when you're the one who puts yourself in the boat, or you go toward, on the journey, and then, you gotta face the, face the music and the silence and yourself when maybe things don't go as you, had hoped or wanted, and it's just you left there, holding the piece of driftwood, and there's no one else to hear you scream except for your own soul and maybe something else. And this is the journey to, to that other energy that seems to be found when there's no one else around. And it's it's like nature and life kissing you on the cheek, just to help you, remind you that you are still here and that you're still alive and you're still kicking and you're still awake and the joys and the sorrows and the pains and all those, they all start merging in together, and then you realize that you're in charge of your own reaction and your own actions, and the greatest gift that you could ever hope to find was right there. Ruby slippers on your feet the whole time, just waiting for you to awaken to its magic. So enjoy the song that's coming up. I'm letting you know that this is a very unique and interesting multimedia presentation that I put together here. I don't have an editing program anymore like I used to in my old filmmaking days. My equipment's got a little antiquated, so I don't quite have the fancy bells and whistles. So I want you to just enjoy the songs that come up. And each song is a soundtrack and tells the story of the experience that changed my life and brought me to the greatest love that I could ever know existed. And I knew it was there. I had touched it, 6 years ago. But I needed to play out life's experiences and more depth of the journey so I kind of jumped out of the boat and jumped into another boat, and this one took me down to the bottom, and that is, when you go to the bottom, that's where you can only rise from there. And so I became and found my own transcendent angel self. And I rose because there was no other way to go. And I refused to stay down. So I floated to the top, and it wasn't a very, easy ride to the top, but, I was determined to play it out and to express it and be it. And, when you're on that journey alone and a solo journey to life once again, that's when the greatest treasures are revealed. So enjoy this series, and I'm going to be introducing some other episodes. As I start the episodes, I'll be introducing myself again, so apologize for the repeat here, but I just wanted to get on the camera here at the head of this series, just to explain the dynamic of what is coming forward, and then this amazing treasure that I found at the heart of it all. And this is where our heart goes on and on and on, because that is our infinite potentiality that is available to each one of us. And it's time to fly. Enjoy the ride, and I will see you on the other side of the song. Peace out. Much love.